this in. Now let me put the microphone in and see what happens. All right. Now, hon, could you get in there and tell me if it's working? I did the same. All right. Let me go get rid of the other one.
There you go. Kevin can hear you.
All right, that's cool. Now we're starting to. I'm sorry, man. I don't know what happened. Hopefully everybody else finds it. Maybe I better go in there and erase the other one.
Yeah, PPSS said fit.
All right, cool. I have no idea. I didn't do anything differently.
Friday again? I wish one. It would be nice if it would be Friday, then Saturday, then Friday, then Saturday.
So what I'll do is I'll delete that other.
Pirates Cove.
Don. All right, everybody's starting to file back in.
Donnie.
I apologize. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's had enough of me or something. I don't know. So I'm going to just circle back around and show Kevin's card again. All right. And he gave us a nice gift, and I'll just have to delete that other one, I guess. I don't know. I don't want I don't know what else to do there. Whenever something technical difficulties happen, have a sip. I don't know what to do at that point. So anyway, Silent Bob and BW. That's funny. So let me get back to it. I'm gonna open Paul White's. I might have to show it again on Friday because I don't know if Paul gets on, what nights he's on or what time he gets on, and I don't have his phone number. But this is from Paul White, and it's
Paul White there.
All right, there is Paul. Paul did make it. All right, cool. Paul, your mail just came, and we're opening up mail. Merry Christmas to you. It's Christmas time. For those thinking of those who have a special place in our lives and in our hearts, amazing people like you. Paul sent a gift. Thank you, Paul. And it says, sending warm thoughts at Christmas and hoping you know how much you brighten the whole year through. Thank you, Paul White. Paul, thank you. And Kimmy wrote that to both of us.
Bye, Turlo. Thanks for coming in.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Andy. Merry Christmas, Paul. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Paul.
Thank you very much. That's pretty cool.
You're like one of those nighttime coffee drinkers too. I can't drink coffee like. Man, I do have some wine upstairs. One.
Yeah, you do. It's on the porch, the back porch. All right, we have one more, and it was from our buddy Rat Gas, Sonny. He just sold his 57 wagon, but it looks like he just got a pickup truck. I saw something, and I have to go over there and watch, but it looks like he bought himself a tow rig. So I'm going to go check that out. So if anybody sees Sonny, tell him we're opening his Christmas card. All right.
I didn't put them up on the wall instead. They're up on the table instead.
Yeah, they're upstairs on the table. I just wanted them with everybody else's. All right. So he's got the little animals in there.
Aww.
Isn't that nice? All right. We threw a couple stickers in there for us. Aloha.
I like Sonny stickers.
Yeah, I do too. He gave me a couple more. The RGG. Really cool. Thank you, Sonny. And let's read the card. And it says, Brian and Kim, have a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year from my family to yours. Mekaleka hi. Kim, I can't say it. You're going to have to do it. You know what it says.
You're doing Pee Wee Herman.
I'm doing Pee Wee Herman. If you're not going to do it and look at me disgusted, I'm going to get upset.
Well, I don't really care.
I can't. Well, you guys heard Kim said the Hawaiian thing. Melikamiki Haka.
That was close. That's as close as yours.
That's as close as I'm going to get. Thank you, Sonny. Merry Christmas. That was funny. So I tell you guys, man.
Kevin, thank you again.
Thank you very much for the gift. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna keep plugging away on the Nova, man. I don't know if you guys saw that. You don't know how hard it was to get that fender off and that hood off in the position with the position of the car by myself, but we managed, and we're gonna keep plugging along at it and see where we get. I'll keep you guys updated, whether it be with shorts or I got one little long video up there. I'm gonna show too at some point after Christmas. All right.
Hey, good job. Did you find a cougar?
You're gonna get him in trouble. You don't want to get him in trouble. I think he's already got himself a
He's
cougar.
already got himself.
He's already got himself a cougar.
Still looking.
You guys are great, man. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer on your
We just wanted to do the cards before Christmas.
we wanted to make sure we opened everybody's cards before Christmas. We're grateful for your friendship. We thank you for the cards.
Thank you for everybody for the cards. That's so nice.
Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a great holiday. We'll be back next Friday. We'll have something going on. We'll talk about
New Year's Eve.
Just in time. Yeah, when's New Year's Eve?
Next Sunday.
Sunday. So we're going to be like Eve, right before. We'll have plenty of sips to pass around for everybody.
One just poured a drink, you jackhole.
I'm sorry, buddy. We just wanted to come in and we wanted to make sure we had everybody's cards open.
Stick around for a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can see if you can get everybody. This was just to come in and say Merry Christmas.
Look, Don just poured coffee.
All right.
Just poured a drink.
All right. We'll hang around for a couple minutes.
Merry Christmas, big job.
Big job. Merry Christmas. We'll hang around for a minute.
You'll hang out. I gotta go upstairs.
You got to go upstairs. Oh, let me get a beer then, real quick. We'll have a beer with you guys. But I'll tell you, we could talk about that. What went on with that Nova today? That was something else. Just because of the room, I couldn't. And there was a couple things on the inner fender. I couldn't just like take it off in one piece. I had to take it off in two pieces. And any of you guys that messes with these GMs know on them older ones how the inner bolts to the outer fender, right at the outside of the tire, right up underneath the headlights. That's the one I couldn't get. Half of them were missing up in that area, and I think that's part of the reason that fender is so far off. But man, that was tough to get out. The hood about broke my back because I had to do it from the passenger side. I did the driver's side, slid it down, went to the passenger side, slid it down, and then grabbing it and bringing it over. I'm going to pay for that tomorrow. But we got it off. We got the fender off. We got the inner fender off, and we got the hood off, and now we can get the whole rocker panel out of there. I mean, I didn't know that rocker panel extended up inside. I called it the cow in that little short, but I guess it's the bottom of the pillar. I guess it is, but it goes way inside there. It's like the rocker stops here, and you got another 3 inches of metal on the top of the rocker that goes inside. So live and learn. I know now. There you go. Have a sip, everybody. Golden State Predator. I'm trying, Don. I wish I was a little bit further along, but I will tell you, I have been taking your advice. I'm going really slow and taking my time. I was out there with coffee today, and I did not pierce the inner rocker once, because how sometimes when you're doing spot weld, you get I guess flustered, or is that a word? Kim's not here to correct me, but you punch all the way through. I didn't do it a single time, and I'm thinking about taking my plasma cutter and cutting a little bit of the top of the rocker, at least in front of the door, so I can do the same thing and I can drill out the old rocker rather than the inner rocker lip, so I don't turn my inner rocker lip into Swiss cheese. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to mess with it tomorrow. Maybe, we have to go to Kim's. We're leaving here at 2, so I got I got from maybe if I go out there at 9 in the morning, I can work till noon or something. See how far we get. Hey, Danny Sharp, thanks for coming in, man. Merry Christmas. Well, I try not to get upset, Ron. I did get a little upset yesterday because I was when was it yesterday? Excuse me, a few days ago. I went in there and I was just, I wanted to run a tack before I cut that quarter panel loose from the rocker where they had just welded it on the outside because I knew that was the only thing holding it. The rot was gone. I already cut the bottom of the inner quarter off in there. So I wanted to put those two little pieces on an angle, one to the floor and one to the inner rocker, just to kind of hold things where they belong. And when I pulled on my welder lead to do it, I didn't realize I was going through the window. I pulled too hard and knocked the welder right off of the stand. My Milton the Monster, the top come off. I got a little upset for a minute, but such is life. And then when that happens, I shut everything off and I go in the house. Because I don't want to take it out on the car. Because you say, this thing, you get all up. Not the way I roll with that stuff. I stop. I shut down. I said, go in the house and relax and bother Kim. Give Kim some static. You'll find one, Danny. But do a better job than me than looking at it. I was probably taking that car no matter what. I mean, when I got up there, it was an hour and a half away from the house. I saw where it was, and then I was like, well, it has some good qualities too. And it had a full carpet in it, so I didn't know it was quite as bad as it was. I knew it was rough. I didn't know it was that rough, but that's all right, man. We got everything here at the house, except for the full floor. And I was looking at that today. It's not as bad as you would think. It's like I'm gonna get under there with a wire wheel and see what it really looks like before I go buying a full floor. Because if I decide to take that floor out, I got to do something with that subframe. I got to because the engine and transmission, I'm not taking that out. That's bolted to the bottom of the floor. I was thinking about welding the piece across each side and down to the floor, and I'll even put a floor anchor in each side and hold that while I unbolt it. I don't care. As soon as I'm done, I'll just patch the holes on my garage floor. I don't care. I don't, I put it in there, and I said I'm going to cut the rust out, and well, there ain't no room to move. But we're getting the rough side done first. You guys see that? Dan does a lot, he goes one, but he's 20 years younger than me. And I can't prove it to any of you guys, but you ask Kim up there, she she doesn't cut me any slack, but she'll tell you how I used to work back in the day. I could go all day and all night, but now I can't do it no more. I can do 8, 10, 12 hours at work. I might be able to do 2 in the shop. Maybe. Used to be I could come home and do 8 more in my shop. I can't do that no more. Yeah, Don, you're probably right. It might. I just, I don't want things to move too much. And the one thing too is, I was going to just tack it at the top at the tunnel for now. If I do the full floor, I was thinking about it. I'll just put like a piece of metal on the floor and a piece of metal on the other side of the tunnel, and I'll weld nuts on one side and run a bolt through the other side to pull it up tight, and then tack it. And then I'm going to change the transmission. There's nothing wrong with it. But I want a overdrive. I'm going to get a 200R for that car. I want a nice cruiser. I'm not looking for any super duper. It has power steering in it, but I want to get power brakes on it, and just freshen it up a little bit. What house is across what street? I hear you, Don. I hear you, but Kim gives me a little static. She says every minute I spend out there is not work. You and I know it is. It's working for what you want and love, but it is work. She says that's your hobby. That don't count. Well, it counts on my energy level. I try to do at least 10 on the weekends if I can. I can't always, and sometimes I don't do any. You know, but and then during the week I'll try to do a little something. But like on the weekend, I'll make 3 or 4 shorts just to show everybody where I'm at with the job, and I'll release one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do that because like the last month I've been working. Oh man, uh, doubles Monday and Tuesday for like the past 5 6 weeks. I'm getting it while the getting's good because I mean I want to try to get everything bought so I can take a couple months of just working straight 40s and just knocking the car out. But I don't think the passenger side's going to take as long as the driver's side. I never took a car like this apart. I never took a unibody apart. Hey, this is kind of new to me. I did the 55. It's a full frame car, but I guess once you unbolt the frame, it's kind of the same. It's sort of the same. So I'm learning. That's all. It's like a learning experience, and I'm just sharing it with everybody. Yo, David, what's going on? I appreciate the like, buddy. Merry Christmas. We were only going to be on 10 minutes, but one talked me into sticking around for a couple more minutes and having a drink with you guys, having a coffee. Don's having a coffee. Don, I'd love to have a coffee, but I think I drank 6 coffees today, 6 or 7. That's too many, even for me. But I was drinking a lot of coffee today. Very cool, David. I appreciate you stopping by. It is a labor of love, Don. It is, and that's a fact. I kind of like look at the end result. It's like I've always wanted a 55 Chevy. I bought probably one of the junkiest ones, and I got it fixed up. It ain't junk no more, man. It's a pretty nice car, and I feel like I could do the same thing with the Nova. The paint's gonna not be great, but that's not important. To me, it's like what's a solid car that ain't all rusted out. I'm cool with. Just have some fun. And it's like, yeah, now I'm going to have a 70 Nova. That's the way I look at it. All the stuff I wanted when I was a kid and couldn't have because I couldn't afford it. I wish I need to get down to where you're at, Don. With 3 cups would probably be enough, and but I just can't stop. just I drink it all day at work. Sometimes I know I have more than 6 cups. What do you? I got to do better. Yeah, I think that's what you would call it, harvest gold. I keep meaning, there's a little bit of the paint showing. I guess I clean it up. It's like I was looking. It's even in the inside of the rocker, the inside rocker, a little bit. It's like a brown metallic. So I guess that's what they called the harvest. Kim wants to keep it white, so we're gonna paint it white. We're gonna paint it the satin white though. Nothing glossy. Ooh. I guess it would just be like if I fall over, it'll be easier for Kim to get rid of. That's the investment. Because nobody's going to buy it now. It ain't even got back wheels. But I get it done. The car will move itself, and it'll be a few extra bucks to take care of bills around here for a couple of years. Between that and the 55, that'd be a nice little hit for her. Yeah, me too, Don. She wants the stripes on there too. All I request is that we write where Novas in most cars where they got Nova. I'm just gonna put Deuce. Have her get. I'll make a stencil or have a stencil made, probably cursive, and just anywhere they're like on the front fender, on the front of the car, on the front fender, maybe even on the dash on the passenger side. Instead of the word Nova, just have the word Deuce. Just be a little different. Two trunk, two trunk, and one hood, I think, because we got the raised hood one. So we got the cow. We got, I think, what is it? I can't remember. I think it's the inch and a half cow. It's not the big one. It's not the 3 inch. I think it's an inch and a half cow hood. So it's not flat. And not really a Yanko, but did you guys see that? I put on our community page. If you didn't see that guy's video, you got to go watch that video. It's a long one. It's an hour long, but it is very entertaining, and I love that guy's car. He built the car with nothing. I mean, his deck lid is missing, like the inside structure is missing like a foot, but it's still such a cool car. I think he's in the middle of Jersey. I'm gonna watch a couple more of his videos. I'm gonna offer him to give him my other deck lid, man. Come get it, man. He's very entertaining, Don, and he just rubbed me the right way. I found it this morning and I watched it, and I'm like, well, maybe some of you guys have already seen it, and I'm not sure, but I put it on there just so I can reference and tell you guys to go check him out, man. I thought that was a really fun video, and he lets his little kids get involved, and his son is like 3 or 4, and he's purging the brakes. He's in there pumping the pedal, and his dad's like, "Are you pumping the pedal?" And he's like, "Yeah." He ain't pumping the pedal. It was hilarious, man. And he's putting the seat bolts in with his dad, and his dad's like, "You hold the bolt," and he holds it for like a minute, and then he lets it go, and he's off counting holes in the carpet for the other seat. It was hilarious. "Are you holding the bolt?" "Yeah." He wasn't. He built a cool hood scoop for that car too. One, you gotta did you go watch it? One, did you go see the video? I put it on the community page. When you get time, take a look. The right way, he's like, I like the guy. I mean to say I like the guy. Don't turn it into something ugly one. You can tell if you'd like somebody just by watching their videos. Like I like Don right away. I was sitting there stumbled on his videos, and I'm like, man, this guy's awesome. It's just like you're gonna like somebody. You watch their video, and you know when they're real. When they're you get their humor, you get them. Mm. One, you got until this beer gets to the bottom, and then we're done. You got a bonus 23 minutes. I was going to do 10 minutes just to say Merry Christmas and open the Christmas card so I could put Paul's and Kevin's and Sonny's card with everybody else's up on the table. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Don. I'm a lot smaller than people think I am. It's like my shorts. I guess people watch those. I get a couple thousand views on those, but I can't get no traction with my long videos. I guess I got to try. I've tried a couple different ways. I guess I got to be more interesting, or I'm not that interesting. I don't know. I'm not really a professional, I just kind of I'm an amateur that's just kind of feeling my way through the jobs and showing people what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm doing something. That's what I told those guys at that car show on Thanksgiving morning. They were looking at my car, The guy's like, somebody did this. I said, I'm somebody. I said, every single thing on that car, I did. And if it's right, I did it. If it's wrong, I did it. It's my car. I built that car. I didn't buy that car. And the one guy come up to me. He's like, that's awesome. Because it's like, yeah, it makes you feel better whenever, I mean, some guys don't have, health reasons or whatever. You can't, but you still want to be a part of the community. So you buy something you can ride around it. I like making my own stuff, you know. That's the way I think too, Don. I'd just be the best guy you can be. That's it. You're not gonna make everybody happy. You just got to do the best you can. Yeah, yep. I'm not gonna go to any levels like that one. Hey Daniel, what's going on, man? I'm catching up on chat. I usually count on Kim to take care of who's chatting and who's in there making comments, but I'm doing okay, I guess. I'm a little slow reading on the side. So I don't know what else to talk about. I'm tired. That car got me today. I don't know if there's something in my eye too. It feels weird. It doesn't feel like there's something in the part where you see or anything like that. It just feels more tired than it usually does. There was a lot of rust falling, and there was a lot of, I guess, cuss words that were spoke whenever I was pulling that fender off. Something. I think on the Nova, I'm just gonna like rebuild the control arms and it has power steering. I would like to put power brakes on it. I'm okay with leaf springs. You know, if I like I was telling you guys before, if I wanted to take that gasser on a tour, I'm telling you, I could take the ladder bars off. They unbolt, and then it's just a leaf spring car. It don't ride terrible now. Everybody told me it was going to ride like a chariot or something because I welded the brackets onto the rear, but it has just enough in them ham joints where things move a little bit. It moves around a little bit. As long as I don't take the bends or curves hard, I'm all right. It goes okay straight. Merry Christmas, Daniel. Hey Randy, Merry Christmas. We were just opening cards just because I wanted everybody's card on the table. And we got a few today, so I popped on real quick. I was only going to be on 10 minutes. Kim already went upstairs and one pulled the buddy card and said, hang around for a minute. So you got about this much beer left, one. I understand. I understand. I only have beers when I'm with you guys anymore. During the week, it's coffees, iced tea, and soda pop. That's all right, Randy. I appreciate it when you can just stop by, just like now. I'm gonna try to give her tomorrow for a little bit. Like I said, we have to go to Kim's mother-in-law's or my mother-in-law, Kim's mom's at her sister's place. I think 2 o'clock. So I got that little window. If I can get enough energy, I'll go out there. Yeah, appreciate it, Randy. Just for a minute or two. Or that turned into 30 because of one. Oh man. It is what it is. Anyway, we're gonna slug this down and we're gonna let you guys get on with it. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you again for the Christmas cards. I hope everybody has a great holiday. You know, uh, enjoy yourself, do the best you can. You know, remember and have some empathy when you're out there because it's not a happy time of the year for everybody. You know, some people are going through stuff and or lost people, and you know, just try to be sympathetic to that, I guess. Have some empathy over that. But I appreciate everybody. Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys on New Year's Eve, 2 days before the new year. All right. So hey, Lonnie, Merry Christmas. All right. Have a great holiday. All right. Enjoy your holiday. See you guys Friday night. We'll talk about how much fun and what we got for Christmas. Until next time, take care, everybody.